You have to look out for those kids on those scooters. It was a scooter, not a bike, that was on the sidewalk. So hopefully that kid is watching this morning. No scooters on the sidewalk going the wrong way.
That's
around
right.
a curve.
Yeah.
No.
Just shaking the fist.
That's right.
You
must have seen me.
I did. You moved real quick, Kelly. It was surprising. Checking in what we're seeing out there for today. If you're trying to get out there and move quick, probably want to do so earlier this morning. It's going to be another hot afternoon ahead. The good news is the wind's not as strong for today, but tomorrow they do return, and that leaves us with more elevated fire danger for your Wednesday before we see a little dip in temperatures Thursday and then that heat ramping back up from Friday into your weekend. So the heat really isn't going anywhere, but there's some modest relief for at least one day in your forecast this week. Here's the look outside this morning. Highway 99 at Southgate Lane. This is South Chico, and you're not seeing any travel impacts as far as the forecast is concerned this morning. Temperatures starting out mostly low to mid 60s right now in the valley, so pretty nice little dip in the overnight hours. 65 in Redding, 63 for Red Bluff and Chico, 61 for Orrville, 66 in Willows. We're in the 50s to low 60s right now in the foothills, 60 in Paradise. And we're mostly in the 40s for our mountain zones. It looks like Burney Falls showing a little bit of a standout temperature there. Winds out of the north right now, but mostly calm. 6 miles an hour currently for Orrville. And through the day, we'll see winds getting a little breezy at times. So through the middle of the day, 20 to 25 mile an hour gusts possible for the northern end of the valley. Those gusts up to around 20-ish miles an hour heading into the afternoon, and then briefly stronger tonight. So fire danger does become a little bit more elevated this evening. And then fire danger elevated for tomorrow with gusts up to around 30 to 40 miles an hour along I-5 out of the north. Those winds not quite as bad for the afternoon, up to around 20 mile an hour gusts. And then we'll see the return of south winds on Thursday. And this is what's going to usher in that modest cool down for your Thursday forecast. But again, it's going to be just limited to Thursday. We'll heat back up Friday into the weekend. Clear skies overnight into this morning on the hyper-local look at your satellite and radar. And what I'm tracking for you this morning, this dominant ridge of high pressure off the coast, driving the sunshine, the dry conditions, and the hot afternoon ahead for today. So that's the main influence that we have. Nothing else really driving our forecast or conditions right now. We do have a weak trough to our north that's going to leave us with temperatures that are kept somewhat in check. But again, it's going to be a hot afternoon ahead for you, so just be ready for that. Clear skies overnight into this morning. Sunshine as you head out the door at 8 a.m. More sunshine at noon, and sunny skies for that commute home at 5 p.m. today. Clear skies tonight, and then more sunshine for Wednesday. Looks like we'll be sunny in the morning and then sunny for the valley in the afternoon with maybe a cloud or two just brushing on by our higher elevations. Thursday also looking sunny, not as windy. We'll have those south winds cooling us down a bit. And then Friday, we're actually going to have some clouds passing through. There's a slight chance for a stray shower or pop-up thunderstorm in the Sierra. Saturday, sunny and dry. And then a better chance for a little activity in the mountains Sunday into early next week, and temperatures trending down a little bit compared to Saturday. Highs today ending up in the 80s to mid-90s for the northern mountains. We'll top out in the upper 70s to upper 80s in the Sierra and Southern Cascades. 80s for the most part in the foothills, 88 for Paradise, 86 in Magalia, and in the valley, upper 90s to lower triple digits for the northern zone, 100 degrees for Redding, 99 in Red Bluff. Looks like we'll be in the low to mid-90s for the Mid-Valley, 94 in Chico, 93 in Orrville, 97 degrees for Willows this afternoon. Your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast for your weekend's always in view. Gusty north winds developing tomorrow, driving elevated fire danger. A little bit of a warm-up for Chico. Low to mid-90s Thursday, then back to the mid-90s to lower triple digits in the valley Friday. Upper 90s to triple digits Saturday, and then we'll stay in the mid-90s to lower triple digits Sunday into early next week with overnight lows in the 60s to lower 70s. So, Kelly, the heat is just persisting through that 7-day forecast, and fire danger a bit elevated on Wednesday.
Boy, there's a lot of big numbers there. Okay,
yeah.
Thanks, Court.